Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Beast of New York. Today, we're in Brooklyn Heights, and we've come to 8-Bit Bites, which is taking New York by storm. This place actually has locations all across New York, in Upstate, in Long Island, in Brooklyn, as well as at Manhattan and the Bronx. Now, what they're known for is bringing that nostalgia to the 80s and 90s kids, where you can come in here and you can play arcade games. They have a number of different consoles. Play Mario Kart, you can play Mortal Kombat, you can play Street Fighter, everything that the entire family can enjoy. But they're also known for having some delicious food here as well. They take pride in their smash burgers, which also seems to be a big hit in New York right now. Chicken tenders, fries, shakes. Let's go inside, check it out, see what they're all about. We're taking it back to our childhood. We have chicken tenders, a smash burger. The smash burger comes with a slice of cheese, lettuce, tomato, grilled onions, one pickle, and their famous 8-bit sauce. And then couldn't skip out on a milkshake, had to get the cookies and cream Oreo milkshake. First impression, this takes me right back to childhood. Reminds me of Back to the Future, old school arcades. Pretty much, I'm just filled with nostalgia right now, especially with what we got. Looking really forward to having the burger, having the chicken tenders, having the Oreo shake. It just is kind of a great way to spend the day here in Brooklyn. First thing we're going to be trying is this awesome smash burger. And also, might I say, here at this location, they have thousands of games that you can play. Everything works. You can. They also have one of the claw grabbers as well that can grab things for you. So it's just an awesome place. I'm loving it. Killer vibe up in here. So here we go, first bite of that smash burger. Cheers. Nice crispy outer edges, very juicy. Once I took a bite into it, and then the juices from that burger just absolutely exploded inside my mouth. The lettuce and tomato and onions had a nice fresh flavor to it. Added a crunchy texture to it as well. The soft buttery bun was very fluffy, and then the final flavor that I did have was the sweetness of that 8-bit sauce. Almost reminded me of a barbecue sauce. Was awesome, man. Take number 2. Yep. So the crunchiness of the pickle, also the sweet juices had a nice vinegar flavor to it. It's a delightful burger. Smash burgers seem to be taking New York City by storm right now. There's a ton of smash burger spots all over the city. From 7th Street Burger, which you can also catch that episode that we did right here. And the smash burger here, with the combination of the environment that they have and this food, I mean, I could see myself spending some time here, playing some old school video games, NHL 95. I'm choosing the Kings and playing with Wayne Gretzky, and also enjoying the rest of my day here. Now, let's move on to the chicken strips. These chicken strips, when I take a look at them, they remind me of almost when you walk into a southern type of restaurant and they have like big, giant, filling pieces of chicken. I mean, definitely looks very hearty. First bite here with the chicken strip. Juicy, tender. The breading has a little hint of a spice to it that gives it a nice little kick, which is fantastic. I'm actually surprised when I did see this. A lot of times with the white meat, it's a little bit more on the dry side. I'm pleasantly surprised. When this came out, I was just thinking like, oh, this is probably going to be some chicken strips on the drier side. It absolutely was not. Filled with juiciness, tenderness, and then the spice, the crunchiness. You have a contrast of textures here. You have a delicious, juicy chicken, and then adding the tenderness of the chicken as well. There's just an abundance of flavor, an abundance of textures. So well done. And then lastly, what I was looking for, that Oreo shake. The kid loves Oreo shakes. Oreo's favorite cookie, even more so than the classic chocolate chip. Here you go right here. That looks damn good. Let's take a sip of this guy and see how it is. Thick, creamy, chunks of Oreo in here to also add to the flavor. They have to give you a thick straw to make sure that there's no pieces of cookie clogging up the straw. So this is a delightful dessert to have post-meal, which, as we discovered, all the stuff here. the delicious abundance and flavors of the smash burger with the lettuce, tomato, pickle, all of it, sweetness, vinegar, and then the juiciness of the patty, and then with the chicken tenders. Can't go wrong with these bad boys, taking you back to good, solid, quality eats with the different spices that they do have in the breading, and then ending it off with that awesome shake. Well done, 8-Bit Bites. Tremendous afternoon here in Brooklyn. Amara, one of the partners of 8-Bit, and I have to say, it has been a fantastic experience here today in Brooklyn. How did you come up with this concept?
It was just, to be honest with you, just a group of guys sitting together. We had this place available, and we didn't know what to do with it.
Okay.
And it just one idea rolled after another.
Okay. And you're all 80s and 90s kids as well?
I'm a late 90s kid.
You're a late 90s kid?
The partner is early 80s, mid 80s.
Okay. So y'all were just sitting around and you just came up with this concept like, hey, let's do a throwback of, I mean, I got like the Back to the Future feel. It seems like it's just a cool family place for everyone to enjoy. Myself, children.
Yeah, and then we thought about it. I used to play these games a lot.
Yeah.
He used to play them a lot, and we're like, oh, the games are not how they used to be anyway to begin with.
Absolutely.
So,
me personally, I think there's too many buttons on the controllers now. I'm used to Nintendo, just 2 buttons and we're good to play. I will say this, a lot of places like this, they can be gimmicky. You either have a great family environment, okay food. You guys have great food here. If I'm coming here for the first time, what do you recommend I get?
So we've dealt with a lot of people asking us that same question.
Okay.
So we've created something called the baby box.
Okay.
Which is basically a choice of the chicken sandwiches.
Okay.
A smash burger.
Okay.
Fries and 2 tenders. Any tossing sauce. And that's pretty much almost everything in the menu you can get in a small box.
Okay. Yeah, that does sound like a fantastic deal. And then the milkshakes. What do you recommend for the milkshake? I just had the cookies and cream, and I absolutely loved it.
Personally, I would say the Berry Berry,
okay,
which is a Captain Crunch spinoff. So it's like a strawberry. And then another thing is the Choco Mountain, which is a Cocoa Pebbles.
Okay. That does sound very good and very delicious. One more thing as well, and I did notice on the website, it seems like you all have done, you're very community-oriented as well. Did some, I guess, stuff around the holidays, giving turkeys to families in need. Was that something you all did?
Yeah, every location was able to do that. And we also do what's it called, the Pay It Forward program.
Okay.
Which every Wednesday, any member that signs up for our rewards program, they usually get emails with deals and all that. And then Wednesday specifically, we have a Pay It Forward, which they pay for a meal. We leave the receipt aside. Anybody that needs a meal will come in, take it, and then we make the food for that person.
That is amazing. Doing great work in the community, serving great food, having a great environment. Just, this seems like a great local joint. Anything that you would want to say to the people that are coming here?
I'll just have fun.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Have fun, enjoy your time, and don't hog the tables.
Okay. And I did have fun, so thank you so much. Great day in Brooklyn.
Nice to meet you.
All right, nice to meet you too. Well, folks, I got to say, that was a tremendous experience. The food was fantastic. If I'm ranking everything, I have to say, the chicken strips, they were my favorite. The crispiness, the seasoning on the breading, the juiciness of the chicken, it was awesome. That smash burger, don't sell yourself short on that as well, because the abundance of flavors that it did have with all the ingredients in there definitely led to something that was very enjoyable. And then that Oreo shake, I absolutely loved it. From everything, from the food to the nostalgia that they bring with all the video games to the tremendous ownership that they have here and everything that they're doing in the community, 2 thumbs up for this place. If you're in the area, you definitely got to go. And guess what, folks? We are staying in this area. We're going right around the corner to the New York Transit Museum. Let's go and check that out. Well, folks, that concludes our day here in Brooklyn Heights. And I have to say, with the combination of 8-bit bites as well as the NYC Transit Museum, it was a blast from the past. And one of the great things about museum is also I love how educational they are. One of the things I learned when the New York City Transit opened, it actually started on the 456 line, went up to 42nd Street, then you have the shuttle that goes across to Times Square, and then it carried up to 2 and 3 on the left side, or on the west side. So just one of the many things that you learned here today. I mean, they have a number of different cars here, from the wooden cars, the steel cars, just the entire evolution of the NYC Transit. So it was a great day, and then to start off that day at 8-Bit Bites, where I had that delicious food. Couldn't ask for a better day here to spend in Brooklyn Heights. And from everyone over here at A Piece of New York, we just want to say, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you enjoy the content, give us a subscribe. Hope you have a great day and a better week. Take it easy, y'all. Bye-bye.